These women once ruled the charts, but have slowly lost their pop culture mojo.
Baby, 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 always be there for me.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 female musicians who fell off the map.
There's a science fiction in the space between.
For this list, we're focusing specifically on established solo artists.
Never, ever, ever, ever felt so low.
Which means that no groups such as All Saints have been included, or one-hit wonders like Vitamin C.
As we go on, we remember.
Number 10. Vanessa Carlton.
Stealing glances through the keyhole in a brick wall's wooden door.
In the 2000s, this singer-songwriter released 3 studio albums, but it's her debut single that stood out the most, reaching number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 2002. "A Thousand Miles" became one of the most recognizable songs of the decade. But as the ideals and music influences of Vanessa Carlton evolved, so did her status in modern pop culture.
As I looked up into those eyes, whose vision borrows mine.
Today, she's married to John Macaulay of Deer Tick and still records music.
Why would I jeopardize what I built as a father?
But her positioning on the US charts has continued to decline with each subsequent studio release through 2015's Liberman. Number 9. Jewel.
People living their lives for you on TV. They say they're better than you, and you agree.
With her 1995 studio debut, this Alaskan singer gave us 3 iconic folk hits. And full disclosure, the album Pieces of You ultimately went 12 times platinum in the US.
Who will save your soul when it comes to the beggars now?
But while Jewel Kilcher may not be in dire straits these days, she's been largely out of the public eye during the YouTube era.
Dreams last for so long, even after you're gone.
This is partially due to her evolving sound and artistry, and her eclectic releases have actually performed relatively well amongst other demographics.
Now your heart, your intuition.
Well, it's been a while since Jewel delivered an iconic love song or even a summer hit. In fact, her highest charting single of the 2000s came in 2003 with Intuition,
Just follow your heart, baby.
before experimenting with children's music and country.
A stronger woman in me.
Number 8. Sheryl Crow.
My friend the communist holds meetings in his RV.
In terms of musical artistry, financial success doesn't mean everything. With that being said, Sheryl Crow's record sales have continually declined since her illustrious 1993 debut.
That makes you happy. It can't be that bad.
Funny enough, her 2013 album Feels Like Home was named one of the best country albums of the year by Billboard, even if record sales prove that not many actually heard it.
That you make it easy to get away.
Of course, nobody has ever questioned Sheryl's musical integrity, as the 9-time Grammy winner was a staple of 90s culture with her often mellow pop rock sound.
All I wanna do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one.
Fortunately, Sheryl continues to record, but in terms of pop culture relevancy, well, she's just doing her own thing nowadays, well off the map.
It makes you happy. And why the hell are you so sad? And nothing's ever finished. Not enough.
Number 7. Natasha Bedingfield.
You see, I got hope, so we can use a little, even when you don't.
In 2004, this British artist blossomed into both a style and musical icon with her debut album, Unwritten. But as the voice of Natasha Bedingfield permeated throughout pop culture, The music itself came to a halt in 2010.
I got a pocket full of sunshine. I got a love and I know that it's all mine.
In fact, Natasha's third studio album entitled Strip Me failed to crack the UK charts and peaked at 103 on the Billboard 200.
But you ain't taking that from me. No, you ain't taking that from me.
In recent years, she appeared on New Zealand's iteration of The X Factor with brother Daniel and contributed an original song for the 2014 film The Pirate Fairy. What the future holds for Bedingfield, well, that's still unwritten.
Let me hear you say, love like this. Oh, yeah.
Number 6. Anastasiya.
Now, baby, come on. Don't claim that love you never let me feel.
In 1998, the late Lisa Lopez hosted a reality show on MTV called The Cut, and it was Anastasiya Nurik that took second prize. Over the course of 4 years, she released a trilogy of internationally renowned albums. But at the age of 34, Anastasiya was diagnosed with breast cancer. Fortunately, she's still with us and continues to release new albums. But still, none of them have matched the success of her 2004 self-titled platinum release.
And I wonder if you know how it really feels to be left outside alone.
And while Anastasiya is a survivor in the most literal sense, she hasn't quite been at the heart of the music scene for some time.
Baby, so cry just a little for me.
Number 5. Ashanti.
See, my days are cold without you, but I'm hurting while I'm with you.
Back in the early 2000s, this artist provided guest vocals on some of the biggest hip-hop tracks of the day. However, Ashanti was able to make a name for herself as a solo artist.
You never should love me. You never should love me.
As her first 2 solo albums topped the Billboard charts. But since her 2008 release of The Declaration, she has essentially been off the map, at least internationally.
My man leave the house, I know he's coming right back. Got that good, got that good.
To be fair, Ashanti has appeared in a few movies and some television shows, but it's her singing that made her a star.
I'll make it so you never leave. Can you love me? Oh, baby.
In fact, Ashanti was nominated for 8 Grammy Awards in 2003 and 2004. Winning for Best Contemporary R&B Album. And though we know that she can act, it seems that fans are worrying about Ashanti being a relevant R&B star.
Baby, I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time, and I gave you my all.
Number 4. Michelle Branch.
Turn it inside out so I can see.
You may remember this singer's Grammy-winning collaboration with Santana. But despite the buzz that came from The Game of Love, the 2 acclaimed albums in 2001 and 2003, Michelle Branch has yet to release a new full-length solo album.
If you want to, I can save you.
In 2006, she briefly joined up with Jessica Harp in The Wreckers.
You can drag out the heartache, baby, you can make it quick.
And they actually had a Grammy-nominated single. Yet none of Michelle's new musical ventures have materialized in recent years. It's not that she hasn't been recording new songs, it's that her albums haven't been released.
Sooner or later, you're gonna come around.
And while Michelle did ultimately release a 2010 EP called Everything Comes and Goes, the title itself sums up her current relevance in the realm of modern pop culture. Number 3. Dido.
I didn't hear you leave.
With her 1999 debut single, Here With Me, this British icon began her spectacular run on the UK charts. And even Eminem took note of Dido's angelic voice by enlisting her for the 2000 single, Stan. And so, her worldwide appeal expanded, leading to yet another #1 album in 2003. But after the death of Dido's father, life became a little more difficult for her, meaning,
But I will go down with this shit, and I won't put my hands up
She didn't actually tour for her third studio release in 2008, as the material was a bit too personal, and so a disconnect with fans essentially led her astray.
If I don't believe in love, nothing is good for me.
And though Dido's album sales haven't significantly decreased like others on our list, she remains a singer largely associated with a specific time in music history. Number 2. LeAnn Rimes. At only 13 years of age, this country star emerged with the sensational Blue.
Why can't you be blue?
Then the vocal aesthetic of LeAnn Rimes reminded us of a more traditional sound. And she proceeded to deliver 3 more platinum albums by the end of the 90s.
How do I live without you?
And while the buzz continued on through 2005, LeAnn began to slowly drift off the map. Despite her fame and status within the industry, the landscape of pop music changed with the arrival of new pop stars.
Get back the moonlight deep in the dark, you surrender your heart.
While the emergence of YouTube opened the door for new voices as well. And so, you have to go back all the way to 2005 to find LeAnn's last top 10 hit on the country charts, which was appropriately enough Something's Gotta Give.
Oh, something's gotta give.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
I wanna be with you. You're falling for the night. Meant to start a war. You know I never wanna hurt you. Don't do when you can't say no. When the feelings start to show, boy, I really need to know. Have you ever loved somebody so much it makes you cry? Will you remember me? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, you hot, never too cold. You make it
Number 1. Alanis Morrissette.
never too young, never too old. You gotta go for gold.
Believe it or not, Morissette began her career with a pop album back in 1991. And to be fair, it sold 100,000 copies.
You gotta show 'em that you mean it.
But it was the 1995 release, Jagged Little Pill, that fared a little better with 33 million sales worldwide.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know.
In fact, even the 2 follow-up albums by Alanis Morissette topped the Billboard charts in 1998 and 2002 respectively.
'Cause I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one is flicking a cigarette.
But although the music industry loves Alanis, she's on our list for a distinct reason. It's because no one rocks out to Alanis quite like they did in years past.
And who would have thought it's bigger?
And the truth is, her album sales have been in decline for approximately 15 years.
I'll be your keeper for life as your guardian. I'll be your warrior, your first one.
So, do you agree with our selections? And which entry surprised you the most?
Even if I'm there, they'll all imply that I might not last the day.
For more mind-blowing top 10s published daily, be sure to subscribe to MsMojo.
Get to me, yeah.